This is a transport driver induction for the Surrey Hills Mill. The Surrey Hills Mill, located near Hampshire in northwest Tasmania, is operated by Foraco Proprietary Limited. Foraco manages Tasmania's largest private plantation forest estate, based mostly in the north. Foraco engages specialist contractors to harvest and then transport logs to their mill sites, where the logs are processed into wood chips for export. As transport contractors, you form one of the links between Foraco's harvesting activities and its Surrey Hills processing facility. All transport arrangements between the forest coupe and the mill site, and between the mill site and the Burnie port, are made to standards specified by Foraco. These are contractual arrangements in which the contractor principals are charged with the health, safety, and environmental management aspects of these work areas. Within the mill site, the log delivery and wood chip transport processes are managed by Foraco. Any person who enters a Foraco-managed worksite is required to operate under our terms and conditions. This induction provides information that you need to know as a heavy vehicle driver, either bringing logs to the mill or carting processed wood material outwards from the mill. You must know of, understand, and comply with Foraco's safety, health, and environmental requirements. In order to enter and work at this Foraco site, you must have successfully completed this induction process. You will be provided with a transport induction assessment form that you must complete correctly. If you require assistance with reading or other skills in order to complete the assessment, please let your site contact know before undertaking the assessment. If you pass the competency assessment, you will be provided with an access identification card. This card will expire in 2 years. After this, you will need to repeat the induction assessment for a new card. Foraco has a collection of policy documents that you must be aware of. These policies provide high-level direction as to how Foraco manages environmental and work health and safety compliance requirements. This includes our policy on alcohol and other drugs. Copies of these policies will be provided to you as part of a package to support this induction process. When you are within the mill site and outside your vehicle, you must wear PPE. The minimum requirements for the site are helmet, high-vis vest or shirt with day and night reflective stripes, protective capped boots and eye protection. Gloves may also be required or advisable depending on your task. Contractors are expected to provide their own PPE. As well as completing Foraco's induction, all transport drivers are inducted into Foraco's standard operating procedures as follows. This is for the safety of you and all other workers. Log delivery drivers are to be inducted to 3 SOPs, standard operating procedures, while truck drivers are to be inducted to 1. Induction to an SOP requires you to read the procedure. There is an opportunity for you to ask questions for clarification if required. When you are confident that you understand the details within the SOP, you will be required to sign a form acknowledging that you understand your accountabilities. You will be supplied with a printed copy of the original for your reference. Please be aware that printed copies may become obsolete if our procedures are updated. Consequently, all inductions must be renewed when this occurs, or at least every 2 years. You will be informed and supplied with new procedures as they are updated. Once you have acknowledged an SOP, you will be expected to operate in strict compliance with all elements of that procedure. If you observe a hazard or are involved in an incident that has any safety, health or environmental implications while on a Foraco site, it is mandatory requirement that you report the issue to your usual Foraco staff contact. This reporting includes near misses, damage to equipment or inappropriate behaviours. Next, we will look at the pathways that log trucks and wood chip trucks must follow when on site. The layout of the site is shown here and a map is included with your induction package. Surrey Hills Mill site has a perimeter road with several intersecting roads and passes through various operational areas. The main site entrance is on the right-hand side of the screen, with vehicle access from either the Ridgeley Highway to the north or the Surrey Hills Plantation Estate to the south, shown by the red arrow. The speed around the site is a maximum of 20 kilometres an hour, but it is only 5 kilometres an hour at the gatehouse and weighbridge area, and make sure you are on UHF channel 30. When approaching the mill site from the Ridgeley Highway, log trucks must use only the left-hand lane, forming a queue at the boom gate. If you need to stop and talk to a weighbridge operator, you must stop your truck in the left-hand lane and walk to the gatehouse to talk to the operator. When approaching the weighbridge from the plantation estate, if you need to stop before entering the site, such as to do a manual docket, you must park as indicated by the red arrow, then walk to the gatehouse. All trucks entering from the south must give way to other vehicles from the northern side before driving onto the weighbridge. All Log R dockets must be created using the app while you are inside the coupe boundaries, so the correct coupe will appear in the app. Complete all the fields to create the docket up to the weigh-in section. If there are any Log R app issues during your trip, you will need to stop at the gatehouse and ask the weighbridge operator to do a manual docket. After passing the gatehouse, drive slowly and carefully onto the weighbridge platform, located in the middle of the main mill road. The speed must be 5 kilometres an hour. When on the weighbridge, select Begin Weigh-In on the Log R app. If the weight on the app matches the weighbridge reading and the truck trailer registration are complete, choose Accept Weight and then select Complete. Then drive along the main mill road towards the log meter as shown by the red arrow. The speed limit here is 20 kilometres an hour. It is important to note that all log loads need to be scanned by the log meter. The log meter is accessed by a slip road on the southern side of the main mill road. You must drive at 5 to 8 kilometres through the log meter. The traffic lights will help you with this. A green light indicates the correct speed. A red light means your speed is outside the acceptable range. A yellow light indicates your speed is close to the correct speed. Once the truck and trailer are past the light frame, stop at the stop sign until the weighbridge operator confirms a successful scan of your load. If the scan was unsuccessful, the weighbridge operator will tell you what to do next as per the log truck delivery SOP. After successfully completing a load scan, log trucks can then merge with other traffic on the main mill road towards the southwest corner of the site, as shown by the red arrow. It is important for log truck drivers to be careful when rounding this corner, as wood chip trucks also operate in this area. After rounding the corner, drive on and stop at the log truck hold point shown by the red arrow. After reaching the hold point, you must wait and check via a radio call that the de-twitching station is vacant before proceeding any further. If the traffic light at this point is green, this also indicates the de-twitcher is vacant. The location of the de-twitching station is shown by the arrow. After checking the station is vacant, you may then move on from the hold point to the de-twitching station. The de-twitching station is the only location on site where log load restraints are permitted to be removed. This must be completed by you, the driver. After you have de-twitched your load, return to your cab and change the UHF radio to channel 21, ready to hear the Wagner operator. Your log truck will be called forward into the log yard by the Wagner L90 operator using UHF channel 21. Before moving off, check the de-twitch arms are fully retracted. This is also shown on the traffic light system. The green light means it is okay. To access the log unloading area, drive past the end of the log line, up the log yard ramp and then via sharp right, park just past the live log deck in front of the safe haven as shown by the arrow. The Wagner driver may direct trucks to their left after the ramp from time to time for operational reasons. For unloading, you must park your truck securely, get out of the cab and go to the safe haven before unloading can occur. Use the UHF radio in the safe haven to talk to the Wagner driver to alert them to any unloading issues. When unloading is complete, you may drive your empty truck forward and along the exit pathway, remembering to be aware of other traffic. Trailer packing ramps are provided here on the eastern side of the perimeter road and here on the main access road. The arrows show the locations. Driver of trucks that do not require packing ramps can retrieve their trailers on the internal roads leading from the main log yard. To exit the Surrey Hills mill site, drive around and onto the weighbridge. Ensure the weight and truck trailer registration are correct on your Log R app and select Accept Weight and then Complete. This will accept the load and complete the docket. Check with the weighbridge operator that the docket has closed on Report. Drive off the weighbridge and move to the right-hand exit lane and out through the white boom gate. Next, we will look at the pathway for the wood chip trucks. As a driver of a wood chip truck entering the site, you must use a right-hand lane at the gatehouse, bypass the weighbridge and drive along the main mill road to one of the 3 wood chip loading bays. These are shown by the green arrow on the southwest corner of the perimeter road. Every Tuesday, the empty or tar weight of every wood chip truck will be recorded using the weighbridge, and the weighbridge operator will input the data into Log R for you. Drive slowly onto the weighbridge, then use the UHF radio to give your truck number and the truck weight as shown on the weighbridge screen. Do not move off the weighbridge until instructed by the weighbridge operator. You can then drive to the detarping area. After detarping, move to the loading area. Ensure dogs are engaged. Unless you are self-loading, you must wait in the safe haven until loading has been completed by the loader operator. Use the UHF radio in the safe haven to talk to the loader operator. Infrastructure is in place at the second loading bay if you need it to level off an overheight load. It provides safe access to the top of the truck bins from behind a barrier. After loading, ensure your load is secure and enclosed to prevent any wood chip spillage on the way to the Burnie port. After loading and securing your wood chip bin covers, drive your truck to the log truck holding point and re-merge with log truck traffic. Then continue around the perimeter road as shown by the green arrow. Both wood chip and log truck drivers should exercise caution as the 2 roads re-merge at the log yard exit points. You must drive your wood chip truck over the weighbridge and enter weight data into the Log R app. Drive slowly onto the weighbridge platform and do not exceed 5 kilometres an hour. In the Log R app, go to the Weigh Claim screen. If the weight and registration for truck and trailer are correct, select Accept Weight. If any of the information shown is incorrect, you can edit it by selecting the word Help at the bottom of the screen. Then drive off the weighbridge and stop in the left lane at the green boom gate. Check the truckload is secure. You are then ready to leave the site. Trucks must never leave the mill and drive on a public road if overweight. If your load is over the correct GVM, you must drive up to the old gatehouse to turn around, re-enter the mill site, and drive to the overload area to remove chips, location number 14 on the traffic management map as per the chip truck bin arrival and departure procedure. A summary of emergency procedures can be found in many work areas around the site. You will also find an emergency management map in your induction package. This shows a firefighting infrastructure and emergency assembly points. If you need to report an emergency, you can issue an all stations alert on UHF channel 30. This is the main communication channel for the site. If a fire breaks out, your first response should be to raise the alarm and report it. The fire alarm sounds like this. Your second response can be to combat the fire, if it is safe to do so. Use the available infrastructure and equipment available for this purpose until the site's emergency response officers arrive. Then follow directions from them. If it is necessary to evacuate the site, an evacuation alarm will be triggered, which sounds like this. If you hear the evacuation alarm, move promptly and safely to the nearest emergency assembly point, shown by the red arrows, and await further instructions. There are standards of behaviour that must be observed by everyone on Foraco's operational sites. Harassment, discrimination, victimisation or vilification will not be tolerated, nor will theft or unauthorised removal of materials from the site. A security search of vehicles on site may be carried out at any time. In accordance with Foraco's alcohol and other drugs policy, We require that all workers must be fit for work and not attend site when under the influence of alcohol or an illicit substance. It is important to note that Foraco undertakes random testing of all persons at site using an independent company. As a contractor, you may be tested. If you want more details on this, please ask the weighbridge operator. Some medications can negatively affect your ability to work safely and protect the health and safety of others. If you are unsure about whether a medication you take or have taken recently could present an issue, please raise this with your manager. Other general standards of behaviour include: smoking is not permitted anywhere on site, fire hoses must not be used for washdowns, do not bring pets onto site, disposal of waste material and litter to be placed in identified waste bins and skips only. The speed limit on the main access road from the highway or estate to the gatehouse is 60 kilometres an hour, with a change to 40 kilometres an hour just before the gatehouse. That then drops to 5 kilometres an hour at the gatehouse and around to the weighbridge. Around the mill site, the speed is then 20 kilometres an hour, as indicated by signage. For trucks moving on and off the weighbridge, the speed must be no more than 5 kilometres an hour. Do not leave your vehicle running or unattended without authorisation. You must wear your seatbelt at all times while inside the truck. Be considerate of all other drivers, particularly of large plant, which have restricted visibility. Foraco's operational sites are managed carefully to minimise environmental risks and impacts. Environmental issues associated with wood transport to and from the Surrey Hills mill site include the potential for oil spills and the subsequent disposal of any oil-contaminated materials, the control of weeds to prevent any further infestation on the mill site itself, the export of weeds from the site to plantation areas, even potentially to Foraco's overseas customers via contaminated wood chips, or wood chips falling from loads on public roads between the mill site and the Burnie Port Chip Export Terminal. What is chain of custody? For forest product industries, the chain of custody traces the path taken by products from the forest to the consumer. This includes every stage of harvesting, haulage, processing, manufacturing, and distribution. Progress between stages of the supply chain can involve a change of ownership. Chain of custody certification of Foraco's business systems is designed to provide a credible guarantee to our customers and all other businesses we supply. Certification guarantees that the product originates from well-managed, certified forests. As a consequence, Foraco has strict requirements and systems in place enabling us to trace each and every load of logs or wood chips which pass through our processing sites. These traceability requirements will be clearly communicated to you, and your ongoing compliance with these requirements is compulsory. Contamination. Contamination of Foraco's operational processes or products is a serious matter for the company and our customers. A contaminant is any material other than a wood chip which becomes mixed in with or becomes attached to the pure wood chip products. Contaminants can be man-made or natural. They could be plastics, rubber, metal, oil, and other lubricants or fuels or wood other than a wood chip, base material, rocks or charcoal. You must make every effort to prevent contamination of Foraco's wood chip and other products, processes and equipment. Please clear your vehicles of rubbish such as plastic cups, sandwich papers, rags, etc. before entering the mill site. Contamination will not be tolerated. General amenities on site include toilets and restroom facilities located in the old gatehouse building outside the mill boundary near the Ridgely Highway. Report to the main office if you need any first aid or medical assistance. All Foraco staff are trained in first aid. For your UHF radio, Channel 30 is used for general communications and Channel 21 is used in the log yard for unloading. Don't forget to switch back to Channel 30 on exiting the log yard. As UHF is a public band, do not use profane language while using the UHF. This completes the Foraco Surrey Hills Mill Site induction information. Please complete all the induction assessment questions and hand it to the Foraco staff member overseeing your induction process. They will check the form and make sure all answers are correct. Any incorrect answers will be discussed and corrected with you. Once the assessment answers are correct, to check the form is fully completed and then sign the form. An induction card can then be made for you. This will either be given to you at the time or it will be ready for pickup the next time you are on site.